They
can't
went all
remember.
out. A bunch of groups did it. I could not help but
I
laugh.
think it was more of like, I actually didn't see it because I honestly don't really care. But like poor little me.
I could not. Where was it? Where did they put it? Where did it go? Oh gosh, I was like, no.
Do you want me to see if I can find it?
No, I'm looking for a specific, if I really wanted to find it, it is as easy as, gosh, I hate the stupid Kardashians. Here it is. She said, after 2 weeks of multiple health screens and asking everyone to quarantine, I surprised my closest inner circle with a trip to a private island where we could pretend things were normal for just a brief moment in time.
That doesn't fix it. That just makes the island bad.
Someone said private island and normal in the same sentence.
See, the thing is, like,
What?
I mean,
you weren't able to fly out to a
this is,
private island without secured stimulus check. You got
see, this has happened with a lot of celebrities. A lot of celebrities are, you know, because I mean, the COVID, you know, it has affected everyone, and so they're like, oh, we're trying to survive here, and I'm like, yeah, you might be, but just remember that you are very well off. You are extremely well off.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Anything
yeah, it's probably really, you know, it's probably terrible for them. They're probably having a terrible time. Well, yeah, no one's having a great time.
No one's having a good year.
Yeah,
but you are having a way better year than everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like,
you're
okay.
going to your private island so you can pretend things are normal for a moment. Okay, well, I'm stuck here, not on a private island.
No, it's like,
do you like to lend it?
This is similar, because,
then a bunch of, Square took charge, a bunch of social media groups trying to clown that by, 14 made one.
Did I lose you? Oh, no.
They were, after 2 weeks of
Am I losing you guys?
They put it in terms of their video games. Suki? Nani?
No, you were just coming in and out.
Nani.
Oh, you're good for me though, so it's probably just that. And
okay, so the companies copied and pasted her tweet, except they put it in their video game. Cindy, do you know the game Outriders?
Yes.
Where EX is making the shooter game. You know how it's not very nice and it's pretty gruesome. Yeah, they copy pasted it too, and they just put like this most gruesome pic with it, and everyone was like, no. 14 did it with a Shadowbringers photo. We were like, stop.
I mean, no, it's like similar with before baseball started. There were a lot of questions as to whether it would start because they couldn't come up to a salary agreement because they thought that they deserved their entire salary, you know, for the entire season, even though they played 60 games. And, you know, the baseball players were trying to be the victims in the case, and I was like, okay, it's really hard for me to be sorry for you when you don't get your $50,000 or, you know, $500,000. When I have lost 4 jobs because of this. It's really hard for me to feel sorry for you. Sorry. Yeah, a lot of people, like, I mean, you know, like, yeah, it probably sucks that you can't hang out with your friends either, Alan, but seriously?
Oh, it's gonna end in a draw! No!
Because it happened with Ellen. And, like, I mean...
I miss my friends, too. I didn't have any friends to begin with, but, you know...
Yeah, but, you know, I was like,
I can't feel sorry for you when you're, you know,
see, I kind of hate, like, there are people worse in your situation. I'm like, well, yeah, but that doesn't delegitimize, like, what you're going through.
No, of course, it exists that people can't,
the difference is in the means to deal with the
situation. Yeah, but the Kim Kardashian thing, I was like, okay, no, you gotta, like, it's the same thing with J.K. Rowling. I'm like, you know who you're talking to.
Yeah, read the room.
Yeah, read the room. Nobody
needed to know that you were, oh, we can pretend things are okay on our private island for a little bit. Okay, read the room.
Yeah, read the room.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are struggling.
Read the room.
You know, and it. Yeah, no, I didn't even, I saw she was trending and I was like, I don't even want to look. I honestly don't even want to know.
You didn't need to say that right now. You really didn't need to say that.
I mean, especially because we're kind of like coming into like another wave of things. You know,
It was never gone. It was always there.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not.
It's a simple case of, Kim, please just read the room. Nobody needed to see that right now.
Yeah, no one.
Hey, you.
So,
do you need to run like near or anything, or are you on Ether?
I'm on Ether. I'm working on
Level
Archer
up
right now.
Archer?
Yeah.
Archer.
I'm trying to get to
Anyways,
Bird today.
I will then continue my Persona adventure
Yeah, go ahead and do that. That's fine.
as I roll some dice to get some stuff to rig some games.
He's trying to be in the casino, but he doesn't know how to play poker.
Yeah, that's me.
See,
That
I know how to play
me.
poker. I know how to play poker, but only because Watch Dogs taught me.
I do not know how to play poker. I know how to play blackjack.
Final Fantasy
of course,
14-2, the story so
blackjack
far
is
has
super easy to play.
Watch Dogs taught me how to play poker because I was good at it on Watch Dogs.
You know what's really funny though? If we talk, when you're poor and you don't actually want to lose money but practice poker, me and what we do is we just use beans. Whoever at the end has the most beans has the most beans. Ruler of all the beans.
Yeah, with what money?
I got the box.
And the thing is, I have a really bad habit of not stopping things. So, like, I am never going to a casino.
We're never going to a casino.
We are never going to a casino.
I'll go to a casino. I'll lose all my money, but I'll do it.
I would rather you don't do that, but also recognize you do you.
My addiction to gachas has nothing to do with this.
Your addiction to gachas has nothing to do with this.
So in research methods, so we're doing we have to do a study, and we're studying social media and personality, okay? And so we're doing a survey, you know, an online survey, because like we can't meet face to face. And so although there's 4 of us, I think, in the group. And so we were all like participating in the study, but only one person knew how to do the stupid online survey, so she did the online survey. And so then me and Drew, his name is Drew, we show up in class because we both live on campus. So we had the survey all done, like turned in and everything, and that we thought that was it. And so then the professor was like, yeah, I think it's your guys' to put their thingy up, and it's just really good. And so Drew and I look at each other, and we're like, yeah, we had no part in it. And he's like, yeah, you guys did this, and it was really good. And I was like, I'll take credit for that.
I will take credit for something I didn't do. Thanks.
If you liked it, yeah. If you didn't, not so much. I hate research papers. I hate them.
They're my favorite.
Well, I hate it mostly because I major in psychology, so I have to do this class. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. It's like, you're probably going to do this if you're a researcher. And I was like, I don't want to be a researcher. Sorry, that's not actually what... You're going to have to do this with you know, go to grad school. Yeah, I'm not going to grad school.
I'm going to mine.
You're going to hang school.
I don't find myself, like, I cannot do a dissertation. No, that would kill me. What the heck? Team, we suck.
You should just get in.
Good.
Oh. So, I was trying to find the deleted scenes from, Rainbow. I was gonna say Siege. And then I was going to say Rainbow. Wow, that's terrible. Revenge of the Sith. Because I was like, yeah, I want to watch some of the deleted. They're all blocked. Most of them are blocked. But come on, you're killing me here. Well, you can watch it using the disc. Yeah, I don't got no disc.
No, everything should have discs. Ah.
No, but I might read the books.
Which books?
The novelizations, because they're all novels.
Yeah, no. I just make sure.
I just gotta figure out how to get them. And I seriously do have to read, because Star Wars literature is so good. Well, I guess not all of it. I haven't read all of it, but most of it. You never answered me, I don't think. Does Dad still have his Star Wars books? He had so many of them.
I honestly haven't looked yet.
He had so many of them.
I honestly forgot.
That's okay. I have to say, having the the outfits is super nice, because I mean, although the theme, the song is cool and all that, it gets so annoying. Let's surprise.
Just have it be playing, what's that song? The Persona 3 battle theme.
Yeah.
Just sing.
Oh, my webtoon's updated again. Oh, it's update day.
This is not the
They'll
one
never.
that I was...
Yeah.
That's not the skin I was looking for, or my thumbnail I was looking for, but okay.
Just bribe me with money, I guess. 26,000 yen!
You know, it's super funny though. The professors can't obviously say to vote for said person. So they're like, guys, make sure you guys, because every professor is telling me, to vote. And I was like, I already have, so can I, avoid this conversation? No, and then somebody was being, really smart ass, and she was like, no, you're supposed to say vote for Kanye. And I was like, shut up. Don't even joke about that. Don't even joke.
We joked last time. It didn't end well.
But I heard that 50 million people have already voted already. I'm like, great.
50 million people used to live here.
Great.
Now it's a mean town.
So, Kristen, I hope your first selection has a better outcome than my first selection.
I think everyone wishes that.
Yeah, we can do we can figure out what we're doing, because I have Tuesday off. But Kristen, guess what I have to do? I have to get you a sticker.
Stop hitting me with the light beams.
I don't actually know how people got stickers, because apparently people got stickers. Okay, see now, Kristen and Nathan, I guess. So I'm in different Discords with adults. Do I tell them to vote, even though I'm not in charge of said Discord server?
I think everyone's generally okay with that.
I mean, I'm not gonna say, hey, vote for said person, because, I don't...
Yeah, but just as a reminder.
I just keep adding everyone, because I feel like...
Because, I don't want to be that, oh my goodness. Because I'm like...
Join the banana party now, or die. Now you heard Haru, who is also Marion in Three Houses, is prepared to die. For I do have Uno.
No, so I don't know if you guys watch Fine Bros React. I occasionally watch them. They appear on my Facebook on occasion. No, and then one of them in 2016 they had children reacting to Trump, and so then they had the kids react 4 years later to their reaction. I died. And they were all like, oh my goodness, no, this has gone so bad. And this one kid who was 7 in 2016, so he was, do the math, 4 or 5 years later. And so he was like, I can't believe I was so dumb as a 7-year-old. I'm so much smarter now. And I'm like, kid, You're still 11, so like relax, buddy.
Yes, but also not smart, if that makes sense. Smarter.
Yeah. No, you just, you know, I just love it because he was like, I can't believe I said that, and I was like, kid, A, you're not the only one.
You're a kid. You're a kid. It's fine.
Okay, almost done goop. Okay, I guess I'll ignore you. I'm getting a lot of loot to sell in this place.
Okay, good. Because I was like, I want people to vote.
Yeah,
Plus, I have to like they all live in the U.S. or most of them do. So. Okay, I just needed somebody else's opinion. I was like, I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't want to be stuck in my bows. I was stuck in my bows.
Yarg. Persona attack! Wait a minute, aren't you weak to Makoto? No, you're weak to... Morgana. I think I have something for this. No, sometimes I wonder though with some of these names, since they're like very clearly Japanese, the personas, is when Xander Mobius had to speak them all really quickly. Like, the Kemiyakata. Like, how much time he had to practice saying that with such vigor.
I love the personas.
Like, you're both somehow a silent protagonist and very vocal, and I love it.
What do you think of the video? Why are you doing this to me?
I think it required more bananas to join the universe as they did. Oh, he wasn't on the map. Jeez. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh boy.
Ooh boy.
Where'd the story go? Ooh boy.
Have you maxed anyone out yet? Their rank?
I've maxed Makoto.
Nice.
He went for his waifu, of course.
Nice.
Priority.
Nice. Who have I done? I actually did Ryuji. No, I'm close to Ryuji. I was actually very surprised
pretty
by
easy
that.
to get because he literally throws himself at you in the first couple of chapters.
I am.
You have literally nothing else to do.
But I did on last time, the doc. I'm close. Actually, I might have done the doc already.
I'm number 9 on doc. I also have...
Oh, crap.
It kinda just did. I was coming in circles.
Sorry if I was lagging in and out. I was lagging.
Ah, no worries. Could have been bad. Okay, so these are just two methods in the same place.
Dr. JUNKENSTEIN himself made a grand appearance.
No, Kristen. So I don't know. Do you know who Magic Johnson is?
John, who's Magic?
Wait, what?
Magic Johnson. He was a basketball player, like a really good basketball player. And so now he's an owner of a bunch of teams, like the LA Sparks, and he's part owner of the LA Dodgers. And so he says today, he tweets like, yesterday, now I'm a champion in three different teams, and everyone's like,
It doesn't count like that.
You're not an. I mean, well, it's not.
He's a champion in his heart.
Yeah, even I was like, how high is your ego that you need to say, oh yeah, guys, I'm an owner.
Whee!
But I just love how the commissioner was booed.
Go forth, Mario.
Didn't
Let's
win.
begin Operation Bully.
The heroes fought valiantly, but they could not stop Dr. Junkenstein and his crew.
Also, not gonna lie, I so much more like that food of us narrating than
Defenders were slain, and
whatchamacallit.
Junkenstein had his revenge.
Oh wow, he surrendered. Give me shiny stuff. Lightning stone, I'll take that. Thank you. You may live.
I love about how sometimes they give you like really good stuff and then, here, I'll give you a devil fruit. Like, I don't need that. Or is it devil
Sometimes
fruit?
it'll be like, okay, this does no damage, but thank you.
Or like when
oh
when you're
gosh, I
asking
have
for
the
money,
power to
they give
revive
you
someone with my
200. Like,
mind.
thank you. Thank you, that is so helpful.
Yeah, honestly, sometimes it's more useful to kill them, but for more of the tanky boys.
Yeah.
Nods head like she understands something about this conversation.
Yes. Oh, there's a save room here? I could have identically saved here! Ah! Alright, identically saved in that spot. Now we just need to take on these boys. Nope. Back in the cupboard. Oh, darn it, they're using the buddy system. That's illegal.
Wait, that's illegal.
No, it always angered me back when I was playing Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm like, oh god darn it, I have to get creative with this now. Like, one thing I'd have to do is I'd throw, like, a magazine or something to distract them, and they'd be like, what's that noise? And then, in the words of, whatchamacallit, Naked Snake, or not Naked Snake, what's his name? Demon Snake. Consecutive! C! Q! C!
Mm-hmm.
It's so great. I hate these Valkyries, though. They can die.
Yeah. A couple
Like, what's your
of them can
weakness?
die.
Nothing.
Anubis can die from,
Oh, the food of a dungeon?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I found a way to stunlock it, but still...
Well,
It
see,
was still
the
a
thing
pain.
is, because it's new, I have a new game plus, so I have Anubis, and so I'm blocked against that, which is nice, but, like, no one else is, which isn't as nice, and I am not finding a game. Oh, well, that sucks. Let's see if we can get a legendary.
What, you missed?
We get beauty and be free.
I made him kill himself! Okay, good now.
No, have you gotten to
No,
that
I got
stage
myself.
yet where people, when they have a status effect, they hit them with a...
Stop using confuse, I will end you. Oh wait, you confused yourself, because I cheesed. Did Haru just say chopping wood? I mean, that's one thing, you can use the axe for Haru, but... I'm gonna have to give her a lesson on, like...
No, I think the best line in combat is when Mona or Morgana is hungry, and so then all you hear is, I need sushi! Like, yes.
No, one of my most, like, flex ones I like is when Futaba goes, here goes the boss, and you just know, oh, I was losing. Now, it's your turn. Okay, this door has bad... Yes. Hello there, security guard. Walk down this hallway. Okay, your time has come. This is what you get for working 9 to 5.
Working from
Just
9
trying to make a
to
living.
5, what I make a living, barely came by.
Yard. What is this one weak to? Fire. Baton pass. Joker, light it on fire. We didn't start.
So
the
what's your party? Who do you have on your party?
Well, right, I've been mixing it up to save SP. but
Okay,
right
okay.
now
So
I'm
who's the
running
one? Because
Joker,
every RPG has this. Who's the one that you don't have in party?
Haru oftenly, because I already have Matador for Sai, and it's kind of a weakness not many people have. Because Mona's generally my medic, Anna's my medic number 2 in the case that I run out of MP, I mean SP.
Yeah.
And then Makoto is waifu, so that's guaranteed. And then it's just normally a mixture of Makoto, Joker, Mona, and someone else.
Nice, nice. I have to say, Yusuke is usually the person who's sitting out.
Yeah, no, there
And
it is. There it is.
Ryuji. But my
Ryuji has
sister
his moments.
loves Yusuke. And so then whenever she watches me play, she goes, "I have Yusuke," and I was like, "No, he."
I love Matt Mercer because it's the same voice as Crom, and it just makes me.
Yeah.
But
Like,
still,
no, he's basically useless. He's not useless. Yeah.
No, Ryuji has his uses in where he's great for boss fights or enemies with no weakness.
Yeah.
Because he can just punch it and make
Yeah.
the problem go away. But also, that's not how you're meant to play Persona unless you're
No.
dealing with that asshole enemy that we don't like to talk of. So,
Yeah.
He's a good punchy boy. Oh, these are not even turning around. Oh, we should prepare first. Preparation is key, kids. Setting up squad. In the case that it's a boss fight, I'll keep Morgana... Haru, I'm sorry, I know you just got in here, but... Should I go with Kechi or Ryuji? Well, Ryuji has more stuff for stuff. And the Kechi's over-leveled. Alright. Let's fucking go!
Hush, Cynthia, hush.
Yep.
Hush.
No, I didn't.
Okay, what the hell are you? Oh, darn it, now I'm... Oh, no, that works. It's just weak the wind. This is gonna be fun.
Crap.
Okay, but you actually have quite a lot of HP, which is not... I don't need the kata now. Makoto, flashbang!
Motionless to the ground.
We're dying.
Tabula.
I worked hard on it.
Alright, Takuja.
Oh, why am I... Okay, appreciate people watching. It is kind of lagging.
Oh god, no, everyone's
Hopefully it
brainwashed.
goes
This is
well.
bad, this is bad, this
Oh.
is bad.
See, brainwash is annoying, but I have to say despair is worse.
How do you
Especially if
get
you
rid
don't-
of it? Since everyone has it.
Oh, you just gotta wait. You gotta wait until it,
Makoto, you healed him!
Did he whack him with a, fan? Or did you heal? Oh, I see.
No, everyone's frenzied. Everyone.
Despair is the worst.
Oh, because it'll
despair.
doom, basically. Oh god, no, Joker! No!
Did you
I
die?
was RKO'd by mechanics, I couldn't block!
And that's what we call
See, that's the one thing I'm not a big fan of, because I think in most RPGs, if the main
Oh, I
player
can restart the
dies,
battle. Phew!
When the main character
Yeah,
dies,
no, it reminds me
you
of
know,
13 and...
it's just a little more painful. Especially on merciless mode.
Because again, there is just, I did everything right, but it still wasn't enough.
No, so we got an email from all the students. Got an email from the president, the school president, not the actual president. He would not be. Speaking of know the room, read the room. No, and he was like, I know there have been, you know, a lot of people are really lonely in the dorms. I'm like, I'm not. I don't really care about this whole social, this isolation thing. I don't mind eating by myself.
No.
But then I realized that, like, I'm not most people.
Okay, it's just Joker who's confused.
Oh, that's
Thank you,
nice.
Lorna. Never mind.
Oh.
Bad R&D can't beat me today.
Unknown to all.
This is a holdup. Die now.
This is a holdup.
No! Makoto!
Makoto go down? Or confused?
Joker has free HP!
Uh-oh.
Makoto, Midoriya. Woo!
And JUNKENSTEIN'S revenge was sealed.
I'm still waiting for Persona to go on Spotify. It's not gone on Spotify yet.
Good luck without
Academic. Thank you, Takemi!
I can dream.
One day.
Am I still alive? Hello?
Hello there.
There we go.
Third.
I love it. I disconnected from the party. Well, I sort of disconnected to the party. I disconnected from Overwatch, but I didn't lose the stream. Wow. Wowzers.
Ooh. I don't know what that is. Severe physical damage to one foe. Powers up after a baton. Oh, so that's just disability, but stronger. Makoto! Woo! Okay, increased defense for all allies for 3 turns. Ooh.
Our tale begins in Atlas.
I have to say, I'm actually kind of glad I did Merciless mode, because that actually makes me use, like, the increased attack for, you know, 3 turns.
Yeah.
I never used those, really, during the game.
I have FF13 Hope Brain on at 24/7, but I'm always, like, hoarding it, like, but what if I need this? Because I always try getting palaces done in, like, 3 days. I don't know why I try doing this.
Oh yeah, no,
But
I'm
I do.
I'm spacing them out.
Right now. Doubles evasion against all skills during rain. Okay, that is way too circumstantial.
Oh yeah, there's tons of stuff like that.
Heavy curse damage to one foe. Well, I could have death, but how good is the skill? Like, what's the percentages on death? I'm wondering. Like, is it worth using on a catchy death or just high damage?
Do you want my non-persona thoughts on this?
Yes.
I would say go for high damage because death is too unreliable in most games.
Yeah. the only death, and it's been nerfed severely in any other game I've seen it in, is 13 death. Now granted, the balance was you had to listen to the Neil, but what can we call it?
That was pretty much, yeah, that was valid, yeah.
But the only other thing is, even if it didn't kill them, it basically broke every bone in their body. So if they weren't dead yet, they were going to be soon. And then even if that, you know, it had an actual high chance, and it did work on every boss. And I do mean every boss. Including Longui, who is a tough, difficult fight who creates hours of planet death. Oh, Chichi, what's your idea you'd like to discuss?
Gamble.
See, this palace is the one that killed me. It's not Kamoshida's. It's not, you know, Murderami's.
It was palace that murdered me, because there were so many I'm invincible to everything except the one thing.
See, this one killed me because I want to be a prosecutor, and so I like... I hope this doesn't become me in the end. In the end? Okay, not in the end. I hope I'm not close to the end when I'm hopefully practicing law. And
At that point, you're about 75% way there.
What you mean, but it was kind of like a Ketchy was saying, 99% ends in guilty verdict, and that is because they literally will headhunt you until they get what they need.
yeah.
Which is why a false prosecution is so rare, because
we keep the political / law things out of my party.
Yeah. Sorry.
We don't want to hear y'all go on some debate about justice system. Sinky's going to follow.
Can we talk about the crest?
I support Sinky.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Ooh, Ketchy, how do we cheat?
Okay, you're going to follow your dreams.
Do what must be done.
My dream is not to become a prosecutor.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Well, then don't. There should be the same.
Cynthia, what is my dream? My dream is so unreachable right now. But it is. My dream is to play baseball.
Oh, okay. 2.
Futaba! I'm game, but man, you sure give a lot of orders for a noob.
I love Futaba.
I honestly, like, the second I'm done with Saya's Palace, I'm grinding Kindness, and I'm grinding out Futaba's Confidant.
Yes.
Yes.
What a mid.
Futaba is so awesome.
I might finish that in a minute.
Will-o'-the-wisp disappear into the night.
Ooh, I'm Tracer.
Alright, seeing as there's nothing to beat me up in.
Crap. Bloody Mystic, what's up, man? Long time no see. We are kind of lagging today, so, I don't know how long we'll be playing, but Bloody, nice to see you. I died.
Yep.
We were doing so well, I don't think we're gonna win. Which sucks.
It doesn't even matter, I'll win in the end.
No. I just can't get these last two.
Okay, she's like, farm this. Farm it all.
Dr. JUNKENSTEIN and his creations.
I'm just on a hot streak, I swear.
Defenders were slain.
12.
JUNKENSTEIN has.
Or 18. Alan's like, yeah. Yeah. Even if the numbers... Oh, what? Another huge win to fail? Futaba, like, let's just keep going at this.
Good seeing you too, yeah. I hope you're doing well. Did I already ask? I already asked that. Did I get enough? Not enough pack? Okay, alright, let's bless it or not bless it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Wow, that was so intimidating.
This guy's like, please, stop.
Pumpkin. The Plague Doctor. Dracula. Mwahaha. Mwahaha. I don't think Dracula ever said mwahaha. Mwahaha. Alright, let's do endless. Normal. Hopefully we can get a victory here. I don't know if we can, but you know, maybe if we're hopeful, maybe if we believe. If we believe, we can achieve.
That is what they say.
We haven't gotten a win all game. All stream yet. Yes, I hope you are well too. I mean, as well as anyone can be right now.
Exploiting the system. Yeah.
That's something
Do
you
I
want to
just keep-
confess.
What?
That you're exploiting the system.
Hacks mode on! I'm just gonna
That's
keep
not a
guessing.
real thing.
3 through
Hacks
10.
mode on.
Don't tell that to Futaba, because it is now.
I have to say, I much prefer river in a dry land.
Desert.
I
Thank
haven't
you.
listened to Rivers in a Desert.
Yeah, thank you.
You
I
were
haven't
close.
gotten to
Desert
that
is a
song.
dry land, so I'll give you credit.
Yes, and it is said in the song. So.
Yeah, that's because I was like, it's river in a desert? That's the title? And I was like,
Oh, I can actually
maybe
do it.
I just don't hear dry
I was just
land.
stupid.
But I do.
Rivers in
River
The government, it's catching on.
land. You getting a PS5 eventually. I didn't pre-order it. Because I missed that band. I missed that
Well, this is the
opportunity.
first time for me right here.
What?
No, Nathan, guess where we're wiping?
What?
Hawk Manor, final boss.
Huh.
I don't think I've ever wiped here before. Actually, this may be just a Pengu clutch right here. I'm a tank now.
I can't find one, yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't pre-order on day one, you're not gonna find one now. It's way too late.
But yeah, I'm hesitant to get Spider-Man, but I'm leaning towards Spider-Man.
Did someone say Scooterman?
I'm just glad I'm kind of glad Skywalker, Lego Skywalker, complete whatever, isn't coming out for a while, because that's not what I need right now. I mean, granted, yeah, that'd be awesome. Might wait a few months. I still gotta pre-order Spider-Man, but...
When you're just trying to farm 5k coins.
JUNKENSTEIN'S Revenge.
Bust. At least the hacks aren't on anymore.
You look like a man who's seen a few battles. That's one way to put it.
You know what I should do though, since we are gambling? Should I get out like the multiplication charts for what is technically the most statistically likely number between 3 dices? Because I believe between 2 it is 7, and I believe... Because there's actually a lot of weird mathematical probability anomalies, that's why 7's normally considered lucky number 7.
Yeah.
though it only applies in some games, so that's how sometimes people will get you. Math is fun.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just using dumb banana brain simulator, but
It's high noon, yep.
Surely it's gonna catch me. I feel like I'm gonna be stuck here in a perpetual loop between 50-50 odds.
Yikes. That's how they get you. The gambling addiction.
I mean, technically yes, though neither of us are winning, though no one is losing. Except me. I made a profit of 50. I mean 25 for me, so. Well, if I hit the button enough times, I will eventually... The government, it's on to me.
I can't hear the door. Please, keep that in mind.
Jump up and get down. Jump up and That's really rude to do that, sir.
Just short. I need 5k to do RNGs.
That's really rude. That's really rude, sir. Well, heal, because that's what I am. I'm a healer. I'm a great healer. Say you love Dr. Jameson Junkenstein. You wanna know the problem I have with this game mode?
What? Yeah, possible.
Junkenstein? Frankenstein was not a doctor.
Well, technically it's already taking enough civil liberties, so...
But they have Frankenstein's creature, monster. Because Frankenstein was not the monster. Well, I mean, one could argue that he was a monster because he was a terrible human being.
He just wasn't the monster, no.
He was a terrible human being.
But he wasn't the monster.
I do believe he is the... I mean, this shows you how much of a nerd I am. Literature nerd. He is the biggest jerk. The worst character.
Really, really terrible. Like, from an entertainment standpoint.
Yeah.
Because the language is literally just so dated English that it's insufferable. Anyways, the road to 5k is a long and arduous one. So
Oh, it gets easier.
I
think.
A lot of time.
It does get easier.
I'm level 30. Let's go become a bard, shall we? I became a bard in a whole day.
Woo!
Take your medicine. Oh, I have been stunned. I am killing it!
Listen to the abyss. Everything the blackest night. I summon
you.
Nope,
Yeah,
bad.
I'm almost. But no, I've seen a thing is like, it's not possible, it's not probable. Let me find it.
Dang it, it died.
Oh,
Guys,
is it
we're
possible
supposed to
get,
stop
like, the super
them.
speed button?
The renegade's lose his summoner and moved on. Freeze his bed never felt
yeah.
time to rest. Chuck your visor out. And the monster reappears.
Alright, another monster. Another one. Kristen, I will soon tell you about all the awful things Frankenstein does, okay? But like that's
Reanimate the dead.
too much of a
illegally
nerd.
reanimate the
I
dead.
mean, like, it's not like, I mean, he's just so arrogant, and, like, he doesn't, like, kill anyone. Well, you know, one could argue, but that's beside the point. Mostly because I know that you probably
why
are never
did he
gonna
play
read
his hand at God? Oh, why? How could someone be so vain?
No, he's like, the world revolves around me kind of dealio, and that's what makes him a terrible person.
Wait. I ran this room out of coins. Yikes.
Yeah, he's a jerk. He is a big old jerk.
Like you.
But like it's kind of like but so Mary Shelley, when she was I think 17 or 18 when she wrote it, she was married to this one guy, not a great husband, because the husband like sort of was like, oh my goodness, wow, even though she's the breadwinner, oh my goodness, you're doing this because of me, because I did it, I helped, and you know, like, not really. Ooh, dang, I died again.
This is statistically improbable.
But yeah, so anyway, her husband wasn't a great dude, and so her husband, although his name wasn't Victor, because it's Victor Frankenstein, he was called Victor. He was nicknamed Victor, and we were all like,
Victor Von Doom. Wait.
Some gossip. We got some juicy scandals. Kristen, it's drama.
I love drama.
Favorite.
No,
Let's
you want to
go
know,
to
this is
Overwatch,
how
shall we?
nerdy, I mean, Mary Shelley was such a nerd. So, she was born into a literature family. I think both of her parents were authors. No. She lived next to, you actually might not know who this is. Oh, was he a lord? Lord Byron? He was a poet? I think, or like, he was some famous dude, okay, Kristen? So then one time, they lived right next to each other, and they're like, hey, we should see who can come up with the scariest story. And then, voila, Mary Shelley couldn't come up with anything, and then she dreamed of Frankenstein one night, and said, this is it.
I'll win eventually. The attrition.
This is it. This is gonna be my success.
I'll fishing you to the
And
cows
thus,
come home.
the sci-fi, that was like one of the first sci-fi.
My hands are getting tired.
We lost again!
I think it's good.
What? For real?
The castle fell, the defenders were slain, and Junkenstein had his revenge.
Junkenstein had his revenge.
I mean, statistically, you're going to win eventually. Surrender and give me all your money.
Oh, no, if you haven't done anything yet, it's rigged, so you never win.
Oh, I know. It's just,
Okay.
Oh, do I need to keep going back and forth to the terminals?
Yeah.
Just getting started.
Oh.
Like, it'll come to a point where they're like, okay, there has to be a better way for this, and then, yeah.
Yeah, because I did it legitimately the first time. Then they're like, go to the terminal, rig it. Then we rigged it with a catchy, and then they, like, the machine broke. So now I have to do the Overborn.
Yeah.
So I just go back to the terminal?
Yeah. At least I think, if I can remember correctly. Okay, let's try, Mystery Swap again. Gosh darn it, I've only been able to do 2 out of the 6 game modes. You know, loot box is waiting to be got.
Huh, doesn't seem like Foodabug can do anything.
There might be another terminal if I don't have my guide with me. My guide in Japanese that I fail to translate sometimes.
Did not need, despite the fact you were insistent you needed it.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
That's.
I mean, I got, you know, and it was only $8, so.
Looks like I have to keep doing this legitimately. Alright, back onto the road of legitimacy and honesty. God, I got wrong.
The lame road.
Well, hey, statistically by attrition, I'll win. Since I unrigged the game technically.
Alright, who should we start off with?
So, fight me. 4K, yes. I only need 1 more K more, and then pedantically saving and then praying to the...
We'll be I don't know how long we'll be able to play this mode, but you know. Night was the night of Junkenstein's.
I broke this guy!
Okay, Kristen, now I really, really want to tell you about Frankenstein. This is how much of a literature nerd I am.
Go for it, dude.
Okay. So, okay, I already explained how it came to be Frankenstein. Okay, so Mary Shelley, who wrote it, I don't believe she wrote it under her name because, oh my god, a female writer.
That's actually why pseudonyms became a thing, if you believe it or not.
Yeah.
Especially in the academic world.
I want to say she actually put it under her husband's name. Husband is the loosest of terms. Loosest of terms. Okay.
That's why in research papers you always use the last name. That way no one can ever judge by sexism.
Yeah, yeah. So let me tell. Okay, so Victor Frankenstein, okay, is the protagonist. I use protagonist in the loosest of terms.
Yeah, like Lucy thing.
He is such a despicable character. Anyway, I won't go into why he's despicable quite yet. I will tell you his family background because, you know, he did not have a great family background. Okay, so his father, whose name I can't remember, so we'll call him Bob. Okay? Bob was friends with this one dude. Okay? Bob. The one dude is not really important in this moment. Okay, so then this one dude has a daughter. Okay? And then so then years later, the dude dies. Okay? You following so far? And so then Victor's father is like, I will take care of you, my friend's daughter. Okay, so then, okay, yeah, that's cute, that's cool. No, okay, so then they get married, all right, and then they have Victor. Okay, they don't actually say the age of like the dot, like what, you know, it's just a weird family relationship, but that's not even the weirdest part. Okay, so you're like, okay, all right, so you know, that's a weird, not a Hallmark story, you know. So then they go off. Okay, so I don't actually know if you know where it takes place. It doesn't take place in London, well, sort of, but like not really. And so then they go on an adventure. Victor's mother and father, they go on an adventure. I can't remember where, but where doesn't really matter. And so then they come across this family. who is impoverished and has a lot of kids. And so then the mom is like, oh my goodness, that is such a cute little girl. And so then, you know, he's like, can I take this one home? And so then the mother was like, the person's like, yeah, sure, go ahead, take her home. And so then they take her home. No, that's not even the worst part. And so then they're like, oh my goodness, Victor, guess what? We got you as a present. Here you go. This thing, because he was like that age too. And he's like, oh my goodness, this is for me. It's a present for me. Okay, so then so they're like sort of like brother and sister, okay, but like they're not related. Okay, so then flash forward a few years, and the mother is on her dying bed. Okay, so she's I'm dying. And so then they're like, oh my goodness, Victor's like, oh my goodness, Mom, how can you be dying? Whatever will I do? And so she's like, I wish I could remember her name. Elizabeth, I think is her name. Not the mother, the girl. And so then she's like, the mother's like, on my deathbed, I will tell you what my goal is for you. It is for you to be married, even though they're like sort of siblings, but like they're not related. But you know, so now Victor's like, okay, weird. I'm gonna get married to her. And so he's like, woohoo, my property. And so, but yeah, that's his family relationship. Okay, I know, right? Kind of messed up. And so then, Victor, okay. His only education, now he may say that he's super, super smart. Oh my goodness, I kind of forgot to tell you how it actually begins. The story begins not with Victor Frankenstein, not with his narrative. It starts with Walton sending a letter to his sister, because he is going on an adventure to the North Pole. Yay, that's so exciting. Okay, he's like, I can't wait for all this adventuring, because the North Pole is going to be so great.
It's going to be so cool.
Because the sun is always going to be up, so it's going to be so warm, there's going to be no nighttime in the North Pole. Because he didn't know that the Earth rotates. And, you know, and so he's like, sister, this is going to be so much fun. Oh my God, I can't believe like this is gonna be so much fun. Like I'm gonna have such a blast because I love adventuring. Because I've read so many books about adventuring. And so then, so then he meets Frankenstein. So they're in the North Pole, or sort of the north, or in the northern region, and they meet Victor. Like Victor's like almost dying, and so Victor's like, Walton's like, oh my goodness, I have met a friend, and Victor's like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna tell you my story of why I'm here, and so you won't follow me down this path that I'm following. So then that's how the story begins.
The path of darkness.
So then, so we already got through his family history and all that, and so then Victor's like, I'm so smart. I'm so smart, even though, like, the books I've read are about old alchemy, which isn't really science anymore, but he said, I am so smart, I know everything about science because I've read these books. And so then he goes to college, and he's like, this is what I know, and the professor's like, you're dumb. You are so dumb. And Victor's like, what do you mean I'm dumb? What? And so he's like, you gotta read this book. And so then he reads a new book, and then he's like, oh my goodness, I can become God.
Okay.
And so then he's like, okay, I'm gonna create this creature, and it's gonna be like, I'm gonna be a god. You know, it's gonna be so awesome. He's gonna worship me because everyone else worships me. The whole thing is everyone worships Victor, even though he's like kind of an awful human being because he only cares about himself. We'll get to more into that later. So everyone loves him, alright? And so then he's like, okay, so yeah, we're gonna have some fun. So he's like, alright, we're gonna steal some body parts here, we're gonna take some body parts here, we're gonna do this, we're gonna go into like, because he's in college right now, so he's like in his little dorm building a body, okay? I can't remember where he gets the dead parts, but you know, anyway. So then, okay. So he's talking with his professor about, you know, being gone and all that. And so then he finally finishes his creation. And he's like, oh my goodness, I'm so smart. He's gonna worship me. And then he finishes and he goes, oh my god, it's ugly. It is so ugly. Whatever will I do? And so you go, oh my goodness, I kind of like regret what I've done. And so then he's like, oh, well, I'm gonna go to sleep. And so then he goes to sleep. and then he wakes up to a pair of yellow eyes staring at him. And he's like, oh my goodness gracious. And he is terrified and he runs out the door. He shows up later because his friend is like, yo, Victor, what's up, man? Because while he was building the robot, while he was building the monster, the creature, he was like very closed off from his family, and his family was like, yo, what's up? Like, where you been? And then Victor's like, I've been just chilling. I've been really sick lately. And then
nothing
like,
in particular.
no. And so then I can't remember what his friend's name is, but we'll call him Jim. Jim is like, yo, let's go back to your place. And Victor's like, yeah, sure. Oh wait, there's a creature there. But he's like, yeah, let's go. And so then he goes to his place and the creature is gone. And Victor's like, oh, well, that's such a relief. And then he's like, okay, alright, the creature is ugly. He ugly. Why did I create him?
He's gonna rob the place.
And so then, oh no, what happens? And so then he goes back home. And then he's like, Elizabeth! And she's like, what's up?
Oh my god!
And so then they're like, Victor's like, let's get married! And then he meets with the monster again. I can't remember, I'm missing something. There's something that happens in between, but whatever. So then he meets the creature, okay, and the creature's like, Daddy, why are you he doesn't call him Daddy, don't worry.
Why have you forsaken me?
Why have you, yeah, that's basically what he says. He's like, why do you do this? And Victor's like, because you ugly. And then the creature's like, do you want to know what because this has been a few, and so, a few days, And so then the creature is like, yo, okay, I'm going to tell you a story. Okay, and Victor's like, I honestly don't care, but sure, go ahead. Go ahead and speak. And so then he's like, Victor's Frankenstein, who is speaking in perfect, I don't believe it's English, because they're not in, like, any, I can't remember what it was, but he was speaking in such a good accent. Like, did you say Southern?
I said German, but
oh, German. Okay, I heard Southern. Okay, I don't know where that came from. Yes, the German. He's speaking perfect German, and Victor's like, why the heck has he? Like, why is he learning German? And so then the creature is like, while after you like ran away because I scared you after my creature, it like really messed him up that the first reaction was him being terrified, and sort of like rejecting him. So the monster's like, the creature is like, so I ran away and I just wandered.
What was that thing?
And I just wanted to be, I just wanted to have somebody say, oh my goodness, I want to be friends with you. Okay, so he just wants some family. And so then he goes to this village, and the creature is just like, yo, hi, I'm the creature, I have no father. And they're like, oh my god, you ugly. And so they send him away out of the village with like torches and pitchforks, and they're like, get out of here. And the creature's like, nobody loves me. And so then he goes into the woods, okay? And there in the woods, he's like, nobody loves me. Then he finds a bag of books. I cannot remember the books, but they are very important. One of them's about like society, like myths or whatever, and then another one's about Paradise Lost, which is about heaven and hell. And so then he reads them, and he's like, oh my goodness, this is how society's like. One of them's about like heroes and villains. He wants to be a hero, but in order to be a hero, he has to have like an identity. So he's like, nobody likes me. And then he comes across this cottage, okay? This cottage where this family lives, and they're like really poor and all that, but like they're having fun. Like he's like, what in the world? How can they have so little and yet be so happy? And so then he just stalks this family. Okay, this is where he learns German. Okay, this is where he learns like what it is to have a family. And so he's like, I want a family. I just want them to be really nice. So then he does some, like, he cuts wood for them, and they're like, oh my goodness, who's doing this? And then he's like, they would so love it if, you know, I come out and say, okay, hi, I'm the one who did this, I'm the one who supported you, because he used to steal their food, okay? But then he realized that they were, you know, they were hurt that he was stealing, so he wasn't going to steal anymore. And so then he's like, okay, all right, so they might all freak out at my appearance. So here's what I'm going to do. There's a blind dude in the cottage. So he goes, I'm going to talk to the blind dude, because then I'll be able to say, hey, by the way, I'm the one who's helped you out, and, like, you will finally accept me. And so then, he when the whole family's gone, and leaving the blind guy, and so the creature's like, hi, yeah, I'm the person who's kind of, like, helped you out, and the guy is like, oh, that's so awesome. And so then the creature's like, oh my goodness, I have a friend. And so then, like, the blind dude's son comes, and he's like, what in the world are you? And so then the creature's like, wait, no, I'm not trying to hurt you. And he goes, get out of my house! Get off my lawn! And so then the creature is, he runs away. He wants to kill them. He has a lot of pent-up anger, but he doesn't kill them. And so then he's like, nobody loves me anymore. Nobody loves me. Nobody at all. And so then he's wandering and wandering and wandering.
He's pain fodder.
And so then, oh boy, I can't exactly remember how this happens, but then he kills some girl. Okay, the some girl was actually like a servant of Frankenstein. His father's still alive. And so then Frankenstein gets I'm confusing my stories. Oh my goodness, this is so embarrassing.
And then he met the Don Quixote.
Yeah, and so then...
And then the Spanish Inquisition came. Nobody expects
I don't remember if he gets accused of killing her, because No, okay, so...
Yes.
He does. And so then... So Victor finds out that the creature killed the person, okay? And so he's like, well, I can't tell anyone that, because then they'll blame me. Because I'm the person who created it. And I kind of, like, rejected it. But they'll blame me. This will hurt me. Okay, so no, I won't.
My rep name.
And so then I do believe somebody else gets accused, and then he doesn't say anything, even though he can. And yeah, so then that happens. So the Inquisitor's like, woohoo, my name is cleared. No one will find out it's me. And so then, the creature is like, yo, Frankenstein? And then Frankenstein's like, what? Okay, so you're my daddy, and I really need you to be a daddy, okay? And so then he's like, no, okay. And so then the creature's like, okay, here's what you owe me for not being my dad. You have to create somebody, you have to create a spouse for me. And so then Frankenstein's like, okay. All right, I can do that. Well, he hesitates. He's like, oh, should I? Like, oh my goodness, but if I do this, then they'll have kids, and then blah, 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 blah. Oh my goodness, this will be horrible, and I would get blamed. And so then he's like, okay, but fine, I will. Because, you know, the creature made a really good point. And so then he's like, okay, Elizabeth, who is his sibling, like, cousin, like, spouse, soon to be married. And so he goes, okay, I can marry you in a little bit, okay? I have to do this one thing real quick. And so she goes, okay, but, like, you're kind of, like, freaking me out a little, but, like, I'm gonna trust you because I really like you and you're not a complete jerk. Mr. Dog, hello, what's up? I'm telling the story of Frankenstein. And so then Frankenstein is like, okay, all right, we gotta go build a body, you know, gotta go build a female. And so then he builds the female. And then he's like, okay, hold up a second. This seems like not a really good idea. And so then the creature's like, oh my goodness, you actually did it. You held your word. And so then Frankenstein's like, yeah, I did. And so then he's like, psych, JK. And so then he destroys the body in the presence of the creature. And the creature's like, oh, heck to the no. And he says something along those lines of like, I'm going to make you feel this. You know, you are going to know suffering. And so then,
no pain.
Frankenstein's like, well, what does that mean? And so then he goes back home, gets married to Elizabeth, and then he's like, okay, Elizabeth, you go upstairs. Or downstairs. He's upstairs. One of the, like, they're in they're separate floors. And so he's like, okay, alright, I got my gun. Alright. I'm ready. He's gonna come for me, and I'm gonna kill him.
Not electrocuted.
I am going to kill the creature, like I should have done in the beginning. And so then he's waiting and waiting and waiting, and he's like, okay, the creature's not here yet, because he said on the wedding night, I'm gonna make you pay. And so then he's like, okay. Okay. Alright, he's coming any second now. He's gonna kill me. Any second. And then he's like, well, what the heck? Why the heck is he not coming? And so then he's like, wait, hold up a second. He said he was going to make me pay. Oh, that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to hurt me. And then he hears Elizabeth scream. And so then he's like, oh, crap. And so then he runs downstairs, and the creature's killed Elizabeth, and he's like, oh my goodness. Wow. This is not my fault. You know? No, it's the creature's fault. And so then he's like, I'm gonna go kill the creature. And so the creature runs off to Switzerland, okay? And so then Victor's like, okay, I'm gonna go follow him. And then his father dies. His father dies because he's super sad that Elizabeth died. Okay, so then he's like, and then Victor Frankenstein's like, okay, alright, this creature, he's killed a lot of my friends, and I had nothing to do with it. Poor old me. I'm really well liked. I'm a really great character. I'm not, you know, some awful protagonist. And so then he's going off on a hunt.
I'm not evil.
And yeah, I'm not the monster. And so then he gets to the snow, and then this is where he meets up with because he can't find him, and he's like, I'm not stopping until I find the creature, because the creature needs to die. And so then he meets up with Walton, and Walton, you know, he's telling the story, and so now. Like, when he first began telling the story, Victor Frankenstein was like, okay, I'm going to tell you a story,
Shoot
and
me.
so you don't follow down this path. You don't follow down the path that I went down. And so then, and then at the end, he's like, Victor Frankenstein's like, you know what, actually, maybe my path wasn't so bad. You know, maybe I haven't learned anything. I haven't learned a single thing, even though I've basically told this whole story where I was sort of learning, but nope, JK, I have not learned anything. And so then Victor died.
I suck.
And then the creature was on the boat and was watching, and he goes, oh my goodness, my master! He cries and cries and cries, and he's like, whatever will I do? And so then Walton is like, oh my goodness, is this creature going to kill me? Because this creature has killed like 3 people. And then the creature's like, why would I kill you? And so then, okay, so Victor's dead, and so then the creature's like, I have no will to live. And so he jumps off the bridge, he jumps off the ship and just sinks into the water. And so then Walton is like, okay.
Up north is cursed.
So I can continue going up north and like put a lot of people at risk because of my, you know,
it counts.
My belief that it's going to be sunny in the North Pole. And he goes, no, we're going to turn around. And that's basically the story of Frankenstein.
That's pretty amazing.
Victor Frankenstein it's actually, I like it, sort of, but he is so despicable. Because he's like, the world revolves around me! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, the creature is hurting me! Why is the creature doing this? Because I'm not a good father, I'm not a good creator? What do you mean? No!
Maybe my irresponsibilities in life have led to my...
I mean, it's a good story. Yeah, but he is not. I think he honestly is the worst protagonist.
So...
I fought once or twice. I've been lucky only to lose what I had.
I'm not sure if Mama would feel the same.
I'm still quite
It was just really funny because we were talking like Walton, because he honestly, because he's only read adventure books, so he like doesn't actually know that like, you know, science exists and the world rotates. And so he's like, yeah, it's gonna be so sunny, and of course, actually, I think while we were reading this, snow wasn't on the ground yet, but you know, we know that hey, it gets cold. Yeah. I did skip a little bit, just because I kind of forgot, but you know, whatever, that's basically the story.
Good enough.
Yeah, and so then I had to write an essay on who was the real monster. Was the creature morally guilty or something like that.
No,
really good. My first essay was so bad though, my first version of it. It was complete trash.
Oh, the look on your face.
Alright, no more defense, only dying, please.
Where exactly did you see it?
See, I can tell you also about my favorite book that we read, and that's The Woman in White. It is phenomenal.
Thank you, Haru. Yeah. Hey, I got 669 XP. Noise. I'm level 49. When did this happen? Ah! Full HP recovery to 1 on.
Let them out.
HP recovery. No, I actually didn't. Oh, Futaba learned a thing.
A man who fell.
After battle, 1% SP recovery for backup allies. Oh, that's neat. You can actually do that one. But still. Suck it, Sai. I mean, sorry. Makoto's like the actual hell. Listen to your little sister!
On the right.
This ain't good, man.
The battle is far from over.
Always a critic.
Oh, let's see her together. Friendship.
The ground shook as Dr. JUNKENSTEIN'S creation was revealed.
Going up. The high limit floor. I'm breaking my limit! It's basically like we're probably on the third to last floor. Hello there, person man. My reservation is let me in.
Let me in.
Exactly, Ryuji. We're robbing the place! Maybe. My reservation is please.
I have been summoned.
But you're never good at Naruto.
Get behind me.
No way now. Maybe.
It took you ages. I just got a different sense of time, that's all. How are we going to get to the courtroom?
We'll C4. Get in trouble with the law.
Junkenstein himself made a grand appearance.
Operation Jury Duty is a go.
Jury duty! I wanna do, but I probably will never be one.
You know too much.
I do know too much.
Witnesses. Let's go.
The Reaper's body fades into the darkness of the night.
No longer.
Whee! Alright. Everyone's almost out of SP, or at least anyone who can actually heal. I'm getting out of here. Oh wait, that's a long way to the exit. Wait a minute, it's 10:30 on whatchamacallit, the Persona thing, so doesn't that make tomorrow Halloween? Yeah.
Is that a thing in Japan?
I think it's a thing everywhere.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that's like a,
Which is why Halloween is an excellent holiday. I did so much on the first
It is so satisfying when you do a lot.
God. It doesn't even fit on the page.
It is so satisfying when you do a lot.
My calculations say we're only like 50% in. Ah.
Yeah, this is a long one. Like, this one felt like it was just, there was like a lot of stuff to do.
After my gambling experience of breaking all of their wills to live with my own will to live.
My
My son is involved in a trial tomorrow on Halloween? That's not even real.
The witch had returned the fallen from beyond the grave.
Oh my goodness. Akechi, Howling She may be our enemy, but I do sympathize with her in regard to Makoto, our enemy. Oh, my apologies, that's not quite what I meant. It's okay, you're just stop being mean to Makoto!
God, I love kids.
Hi there, Sorgo, man of oh boyness. Hello there, TV. One thing that would never betray me. Except for framing me, but... Alright, well, after that long experience, I'm gonna go take a bath. Yeah.
Exhausted, battered, bruised, 4 heroes entered the castle to receive their rewards.
Did I hear he's leaving or he's taking a...
Break.
Yeah, the thing is, Kristen, I do believe we've had this conversation before about Akechi. Have we not had this conversation? Because I think I let it slip once.
Lonnie, what?
About Akechi being a stupid butthead. That is not as good of a game. Mostly because I was so distracted by telling you the story of Frankenstein. Thank you for letting me nerd out there.
That is more than okay.
Okay. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise. I actually don't know the lyrics to that. Star Wars Rebels, is there room for one more season? I do believe Disney's already said no.
No, it's rumored they're working on it. Get your facts straight, dude.
Oh, well, I saw like when season 7 first came out that they were like, no, we're not doing any more.
Now it's rumored. I'm going to assume if they're making another one, it's just to make fans continue to love them.
Yeah.
Following our experience with, you know...
Our tale begins in Atlas. Has called for heroes to come to his aid and defend him against the mad Dr. Junkenstein.
Alright.
An archer from the east, trying to escape his past.
Go to bed, Joker. Me and Joker had a nice nap time where nothing bad ever happened on Halloween except jury duty. Good time, boys. Oh hey, free time! Woo!
So, paths cross again, old friend.
Not for the last time, I hope.
What do I need to make an eternal lipstick? I need more aluminum. Huh.
I find your religion unnerving, monk.
Proficient while I'm at it. When you have to... Oh hey, now I get to finally see what I was good at. What can we call it? I only have a proficiency of 3.
Ooh.
A charm of maximum.
Nice.
Nerdness of
He went
4.
for the wife.
Guts of nerd. Yeah, I had to. I was like, oh wait, what's Makoto's next stat need? Maximum charm. I'm becoming hot.
Yup.
So now I need to become proficient or kind, I think, for food hava. And yeah.
See through the dragon's eyes.
Rarely has my
Nothing smells good like it's cooking downstairs, like fresh tortillas.
Then you see this
Anyways, on this episode of
you laugh,
Jury Duty,
you go mad.
I'm
Hi,
gonna get started
Sae.
on Lancer now. It's time to get
Hi.
started on Lancer.
A reaper comes for your souls.
Futaba, so Makoto says, is that lady who's overflowing with the aura of a capable woman.
The monk vanished.
Cheese.
Rude.
Why do you mess over taximony? They're all corrupt. That's just how they are, or that sounds like heaven. Jesus.
Wicked man.
I'd be like, they're all corrupt, but I literally have a max confidant with a politician, so,
Supposedly, she was on his case before being assigned to the prison for extraordinary prosecution.
okay, he's like, Sunny the perfectionist, so do all of them. Ryuji, make a loud fart.
See that which is unseen. You blame yourself for the dragon's reign of terror.
So I was like,
But it
what?
is not your fault.
You weren't there, Mike. You don't know about
Yay.
See,
The ground shook as Dr. Junkenstein's creation was revealed.
Yay! Jury duty!
The enemy is within my sight. Junkenstein had succeeded in creating life, a twist
High limit thingamajig.
of inhuman strength and wickedness.
Saying the best. You can't handle the truth. Oh wow, it literally. No, I can't! I want to do Halloween thing! I have no choice. Choice is an illusion. The song could kind of pop though. I wasn't able to refill my items.
And here we hear Nathan panicking. Why do we hear Nathan panicking?
Normally what I do to make sure I can go on a lot of time is, since I'm rich, I just do FF3 strategies of buy as much cheap potions as possible. That way, instead of healing in between fights, wasting valuable SP, I just chug adhesive bandages. And then, you know, I can go on until I run out of SP, which is a lot of time. That's how I end up doing these things in like 3 days. Thing is, I didn't get to restock my items. So, and I used them all up yesterday. So, wait, why am I going like a normal human? Teleporting Joker, go!
As the battle raged, Dr. Junkenstein himself made a grand appearance.
Yusuke, we go to the land.
You laughed. Junkenstein.
To the high limit floor! I'm breaking my limit!
Soar through the night sky until it struck Junkenstein.
I have 66 kills.
Have a taste of
The archer slew the Reaper. The arrow
Hello there, counter boy.
the Reaper is gone. For the moment. See that which is unseen. Get ready for a shot!
arrows find them.
enemy contact.
You there, counter man, what do you sell? Oh, he's not even letting me try. Like this.
At last, the Reaper's curse is lifted.
To the battle arena!
See through the dragon's
Oh, safe room. Pedantic saving. Go!
Yes, he learned, Zinky. He learned his lesson.
Well, no, I just forgot my lesson I already learned.
He
I
had
have
learned his lesson
14
in here to save insanely as much
Yeah,
as possible.
no.
And then today, while he was playing, decided he didn't need to save, and then he died.
It's
And then I
worse
got
on
RKO'd in a
mode, 'cause
one
then
turn.
You have to start over.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh my gosh, how
Or you
could
have to go back to your nearest save.
How could I forget my own lesson? Lifestone. Sweet.
Judgmental penguins. Because I don't need to
Your
do
judgment is accepted. It was my own human foolishness.
this. Okay, you're like, I don't need to save my...
Hey,
Guys,
sorry, open
man.
up. I need biscuits. Ooh, trashy wedgies. Well, I just happen to have 4 lockpicks.
And the monster fell,
Ooh.
just as he
I don't know what any of that will do for me, but I like having it.
battered. The 4 heroes entered the castle to receive.
Alright, so these are the proverbial and literal scales of justice.
I did not get play of the game. What the heck?
Good, good.
Mr. Scalebridge, I demand
So
let me
tomorrow
tip
I
the
will
scale.
play 14.
You don't have to do
No,
Yeah.
no, that's what I'm planning on. No, that's... I honestly do feel like... Whatever. Ooh, it's gold. Gold, come on, come on, come on, come on. Are you kidding me? Alright, I'm gonna end it right here.